Hi, welcome to the DLA Rap. My name is Newton Chatta, and I'm with DLA Public Affairs. This program is to help you get to know DLA people and DLA initiatives on a more personal level. Today, my guest is Command Sergeant Major Tomeka O'Neill. Hi, Command Sergeant Major. How are you today?
I am so excited to be here with you to engage in our first rap.
So let's get rapping. Tell me, what is your title here at DLA, and what are you going to be doing?
My title here at DLA is the Command Senior Enlisted Leader. What I do is I serve as the Senior Enlisted Advisor to the Director, and I'm also the advocate in the face of the uniformed services, to include our civilian workforce as well. When I'm able to get out there on the road, it will be the ability for me to be the sensor, keep the pulse of the organization, bring back the information, be like, hey, it's not all that good in the field. We talk a lot up here in the headquarters, but hey, I got this to tell you. So I'm that person that should always be able to tell the truth, unvarnished truth to the directors, so that we can always work to make ourselves better.
Fabulous. So tell us, where are you from? Where did you grow up? And how did you happen to join the Army?
So I'm born and raised up till 11. In Chicago, Illinois. And, one night my mom woke us up and loaded up her pink Thunderbird and put all the kids in the car, and she moved us to Atlanta, Georgia. I claim East Point, Georgia, because I went to high school there. I graduated there. So most people are always like, you don't have a real Southern accent. I was like, it comes out every now and then. I said, every now and then the Northern one to swing through. But we were reared a lot in Tennessee. We had to spend time with my grandmother a lot because my mother was single. It was 5 kids. So we spent a lot of time with my grandmother too as well. So I had no interest whatsoever in going straight to college. So my idea of what I was going to have to do was, I knew I was either going to be doing hair or I was going to be in trouble somewhere. And then I thought about it. I said, well, I could probably join the Army because my brother had served. So, and that's kind of sort of how I ended up in a recruiter station.
How long have you served in the Army, and what's made you stay?
I really thought I was going to retire at 20 years. Ideally, I just wanted to be disciplined. So I figured, what other place to serve but the United States Army to give me, to instill discipline to this rowdy teenage girl, who was always in the streets and stuff. So I realized my success had gone rather quickly. So I was a sergeant major at 15, 16 years in the Army. So I was like, what am I going to do retiring at 37, 38 years old? Who does that? So I really had to rethink, well, what am I going to do now? So I just set new objectives and new goals. And today I am still serving proudly, and I enjoy every day of my service for the last 30 years.
And so what do you attribute to your success? I mean, how can people learn from your example?
So as a young specialist, I was setting my goals. As a young sergeant, I was setting my goals where I wanted to be. And I think that right there also assisted me in my success. It wasn't a level that I wasn't thinking about, what do I want to do next? Once again, not to say I wanted to walk over others, but I took my own personal interests, my own individual development, and thought about where I wanted to be.
Wow, that's an amazing story that I think people can learn from your example, with regards to setting goals for yourself, and also having mentors help you through the process, right?
Yes. My number one mentor was my AIT drill sergeant, Mary Brown. And to this day, she still takes care of me. But she was the one person that I looked at as a young teenage girl joining this Army and still garnering discipline, just learning how to be professional at, such a young age. And she was the one person I looked at that was always strapped in uniform in appearance. When she put that drill sergeant hat on, the only thing I said is that I was going to be like her. And and she was the one I wanted to emulate. I wanted to be her.
Have you been in logistics, or what is your MOS?
I've always been a quartermaster soldier. So, but my first MOS was a parachute rigger, which to this day, if I could find recruiter forehand, I would give them a piece of my mind. because all I told him I wanted to do was go to airborne school. And he was like, I got the perfect job for you. And I was like, well, okay. And of course, I got to airborne school. What I did know was as a parachute rigger, we had to jump all the time. So I was like, this is not what I really set out to do. And but it was okay. It was a challenge. I had never been on an aircraft when I went to airborne school. And the first time I stepped foot on one, I was jumping out of it. So I've been a sustainer, a logistician, you know, following that path for the rest of my career.
Any advice for, you know, young women who are joining the Army, or young women who are, you know, maybe entering a field or an office where it's primarily, you know, male dominated?
Know who you are. Grow into who you are. And don't be deterred if you run into that wall, because everyone hits a wall at some point in their career. And I'm not saying I hit a bad wall. I'm just saying you hit a wall, and it may be with someone else's personality where you and that individual just don't mix, but you have to be the bigger person and grow out of it and grow from it.
What message do you have to Team DLA at this moment?
COVID kind of sort of like has us in this really, really like this strange environment. So I am anxious to get out there and physically visit and see the team. But what I will tell them, if I can't physically be with you, as long as we have WebRTC, MS Teams, I am available to the men and women within this organization. I am just so excited to be here because this agency does so much for the warfighter. And the warfighter really doesn't realize what's done for them. You know, they know something comes, it arrives, but they don't know what goes on behind getting it to them. And the team, this agency, and the men and women, the 26,000 men and women that make up this agency, they are a part of that.
Well, it's been great rapping with you, and it's been wonderful to get to know you on a deeper level, and I look forward to further conversations with you.
Absolutely. Let's rap about some other stuff next time around.
Thank you very much. And thank all of you for joining us today for the DLA Rap.